に積もってく粉雪踏みしめてなくした時間を埋めるように歩いてゆくあの頃いつもふざけては笑い合い別れを知らず
to Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland.
Mentor. We're not in Cleveland. We are, however, in Sound Voltex for Mistake on the Lake. We're about to go live with our first pools.
Yeah.
I am Sopra.
And I am Whiskr.
That's what we like to hear. No E. Don't need it. They're walking up to the machine. You know what? I've got what appears to be the song picks in front of me. I can tell you what they're playing, or we can leave it up to suspense.
You should tell me.
It tilted over at you. We've got Lost Parliament, Night Rockin' Bird, and Sparkling Laser Beam. So it's straight bangers.
Laser Beam. Okay, all exhausts. Okay.
I hear video games about to be played.
Just fast. I'm expecting maybe like oh. Am I? Oh.
If I recall correctly, it's
just
literally
like,
just like
I'm
for a 16,
a little
it's
stamina
just
heavy.
some density, and that's it. Like for a 16, it's got a little more notes than usual, but I don't think there's anything complicated going on necessarily.
All right, we're both holding good combos starting in. Oh, first drop. Now we're getting into the hold section, which is giving them some trouble.
Looks like we're getting just some drops on the FX. It's got a little bit of a light thumb. Laser surprising both players, it looks like.
Yeah. See like the main start and stream section here. A little cooldown period, giving us some time. Martalis with a pretty solid lead right now, but we're like halfway in.
So we're just a little bit uncomfortable with the one-handing going on there?
Yeah, and like, can you really blame them? Like, we are on Nemesis cabs. I am also uncomfortable with one-handing on
everything completely
Nemesis cabs.
differently positioned. You gotta crank
Yeah,
those
it's like a completely different adjustment for both of these players playing on this older hardware, especially coming from like potentially home setups. Chorus here, more one-hands that we're gonna have to deal with. Laser's just a little complex for a 16 here.
This is about what I expect from a Hexadiver 16.
Yeah, especially the newer stuff. They've
Make
really
sure
been,
no one's unlocking that for free.
Yeah, they've really been putting in work, making sure like the hexes especially are like strong.
A few more drops on the FX holds from Sora here. It looks like that's
and
going
then now
to
we're
solidify the lead.
Likely we're gonna have something to end it. Oh no, that's it.
69 combo on the left, and to end it, that's pretty nice.
Nice.
We don't need full force, we only need gains. Catch me out on the mountaintops, meditating like a monk.
Imperials. So these next two are mainly just going to be timing and control. So just slow one-hands. Those lasers were a little messed up.
Staircase patterns in a 14 could be
this is
a little rough for a new player.
With both these players calling from 2DX, you'd expect it to be a little less rough though.
They're only using 4 fingers instead of 7. I mean, it's
I guess
bizarre.
so. Little 12 section there, throw off the timing.
And Sora keeping a pretty good combo on this, actually. No FX drop, so it looks like he's figured out whatever's going on with his thumb, and the lasers.
And these lasers change it, yeah.
When I was starting, this was the hardest thing for my brain to understand.
Yeah, no, those laser patterns only stay that brutal. Even once you're like hitting 20s, those are still just like rough to hit.
Neither of them confused by the lasers intertwining. Looks like they've got that unlocked.
And now they just have these buttons on lock, it seems. So this is really just coming down to that one laser section. We still got like a good bit to go, but that 20 lead is going to be a little hard to make up.
It's only just going to keep coming back. Hopefully one of them figures out what it's going to be so they can take the lead.
This is probably going to be like the last section that like makes that difference. And Martalis just handling that one-hand section.
Rocking about a 20 million point difference right now. It's
Now we're
feeling it,
getting
right?
into the last little ending burst here. And that ends it.
Martalis just demonstrating a bit of extra control on those lasers at the end.
Happens.
I think we're about to go in.
Oh, and we're in.
Don't waste me.
Trick slash 220 to start it.
Martalis on the left, Terrakun on the right.
Yes, sir.
Not playing demos anymore. We're playing real songs.
Real songs. That's crazy.
Never thought it would happen.
Hope these players are both still warm.
Look at a nice little break for the next song.
Okay. Starting out with some fairly simple lasers. Ooh, first combo drop.
Martalis missing one of the slams, it looks like.
Shouldn't matter too much.
Terrakun
Still
missing one of
holding-
the slams, it looks like.
Still holding a slight lead. Ooh, that laser.
Oh, he does have the gold console. That's awesome.
They were using Infinite Infection. They were using the Infinite Infection console before. That's funny.
That's incredible. He had time to switch that out.
Ooh,
It looks like those chords were a bit for Terrakun.
yeah. This is still anybody's game.
Oh, it's real close.
Yeah. It is like far closer than I think even I was expecting. Especially once we get to that lowers.
Nice combo from Terrakun until that slam.
Slams seem to be beating everybody up on these Nemesis calves.
They don't understand how far you really got to crank that knob. compared
And there's
to the
also a
buffer
problem
model.
where if you overshoot it, it will drop.
Looks like during the
We're seeing a
previous
crazy
section,
combo from Martalis, but unfortunate hold drop there.
he wasn't a bit behind earlier, but it looks like he's bringing it back.
Power section in a 16?
This is wild.
That's funny.
Neither of them were phased by those jacks, though.
Yeah.
I didn't see any
Earth
slows.
power kind of crazy here. Oh, and
looks like just
15
at the
gap
end,
to end it.
Martalis ended up dropping just a little bit.
Yeah. That was really close the entire first half. I'm expecting game 2 to kind of go crazy.
I think so.
Song
Martalis just
2?
told me he got his first AAA in 2DX yesterday on an 8. So if we're going down to a 14, he could definitely make it. Go crazy or go stupid. Those are the only two options. Thank you.
Maxima still cracking me up. All right,
Actually
getting into it.
incredible. This is
See what we
some
got.
gaming.
Okay. Holding puck so far. Oh, first near drop.
Not understanding those triplets.
Still close. No combo drops yet, which makes sense for a 14 with both these players.
But for any other level of song for this caliber of player, it's going to be about understanding the patterns and actually like nailing everything. But for this one, it's going to
Oh,
be,
first we're seeing that first combo drop.
it's solidly going to be whether or not they actually get the rhythms and hit the notes on time.
Terrakun holding up combo till 500 there. This is kind of nuts.
Difference of just about 1 million, so it could come back at any moment.
Yeah, just one flub, but I don't know what patterns a 14 could pull out at this point.
I think at this point, the only thing that can happen is getting surprised by a slam.
Potentially, this could be, one of these could be it.
And
But these
Martalis
are
is
pretty-
holding his own.
Yeah, no, they're doing a good job. It would kind of go crazy if Terrakun holds UC for this. That would make me giggle a little bit.
I think it might.
I think
if
that
he
might
does
be
it.
it.
It could be one of his first
14
16
UCs?
Yeah. I don't know if he spends a lot of time in Folder or not.
I find a hard time believing that Terrakin spends any time in this folder, given the scores.
Let's
Jesus,
go.
and that is our first UC of the tournament.
I saw his shoulders,
Good
like
God.
the tension left his shoulders. Thanks, Maxima. Oh, Martalis
Oh, go
mashing.
blue. Yeah, no. That was a really good showing from Martalis, though. Really good showing from all the players in this
Props
pool,
to both
actually.
players.
Shout out Sora, who actually made it, and then Shift, who unfortunately couldn't.
Sad. He's competing in our hearts.
We got Airy, Derry Dude, Kanikou, and Johnny. This is what I'm looking forward to.
A player I would watch out for here is Kanikou, who recently just got 19 Bull Force.
They also hit Impston, right?
Yes, Impston and 19 Bull Force, so very
Oh my
rapid
God.
improvement.
But first up, we got
Kotonoha Capsule.
Kotonoha Capsule. This is a really good one.
Yep. We're really bumping it up a notch here. We'll see
This whole
keyboard
set,
skills
yeah.
from both players.
This whole set's a banger.
So on the right, we have Kanikou.
On the left is... On the left? Oh, so it's Derry Dude versus Kanikou.
Yeah. On the left, we have Driodx. And wow, both players keeping chain. Oh, Kanikou dropping it there.
Looks like Derry Dude is maintaining a very healthy lead. And as I say that, it drops a little bit. Commentator's curse.
Still pretty close though. It can go.
It can go either way, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. All it takes is one pattern to just completely tip the balance off. Oh my god, those are
But
some
both
brutal
players
rolls.
proving that we're in a new pool with these massive chains here.
Kanikou hitting 1,000 chain. Wow. Will it be enough? Oh my god.
And taking
It
the
was
lead.
enough. Wow.
Down to just nears though.
Oh.
Oh, it's swinging back and forth. Oh,
Wow.
and Derry Dude
And Derry Dude
takes
takes it. So going into track 2, looks like we got triple counter by DJ Yoshitaka versus DJ Taka.
You definitely know this if you're a Bimani player.
So right now it looks fairly even, both.
Yeah, just oh, dropping a hold there though. Just as you say that.
Commentator's curse, what can I say? At the end of the day, this isn't about who has the larger chain. It's about who's able to bring it home. And right now, it looks like Derry Dude has a solid lead right now.
Still holding that chain. Very impressive. Oh, commentator's curse.
Come on. I can't believe that, like, if I didn't know better, I would have thought they were playing on Val Cabs as well, but knowing that these are being played on the classic Nemesis, it just really goes to show, like, how good these players really are.
Oh, definitely. It especially shows during the one-hand sections. Like,
Yeah, because you gotta deal with, like, lower refresh rates, smaller screens,
uh-huh.
stiffer knobs. it's almost like you're playing a different game.
Oh, the gap closing in though.
Are we going to
Kanikou bring this
see-
to a tiebreaker.
Are we going to see another game 3?
I would love to see game 3
Oh,
just
to say
because
that.
of just
Another
also say
1K
that.
chain. Another 1K chain. And Kanikou taking it.
Taking the lead, but not by a lot.
They're able to keep it, maintain this pace though.
And looks like Kanikou's holding this chain all the way to the end, and the lead as well.
What?
And oh
What?
my god, double S's
Double
from
S?
both players.
なんて言うと思いなさい
And 2
yep,
minute fighters, a notorious Tendon killer.
Yep, this is probably the highest level 17, I want to say.
It's up there.
Yeah, it's
up there.
definitely up there, tier 1.
It's up there, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is where it really gets down because since this is a very difficult 17, very notorious too, it's all about who is better prepared for this specific chart.
Yeah, especially with charts with an Exceed.
The exceed for this is like, it really does put a lot of respect to the exhaust because the 19 is also a very tough one in that
it's
tier
so
as well.
tough.
So if I remember correctly, there is one section where this is like the hand trip test, if I'm remembering correctly.
Tricky rhythms here. Both players catching a decent amount of nears.
Yeah, that patterning can be really brutal. Wow, those
Oh,
lasers.
and the one hand there.
There we go. Here's the hand trip test. Yeah, one hand sweeping through all 4 lanes. That is one of the.
Oh,
I would
and
not
dropping the
see
laser
that in
there.
17.
The gap is just getting smaller and smaller.
There we go. Are we going to see a change? Cross hand.
Oh, getting the cross hand. Both players prepared.
Right now, looks like Kanikou has a commanding lead of about 30, 40,000.
As we get into the last third of the song. Both players nailing the one-handing there.
Yeah, that's surprising. I'm not going to say it's surprising, but I'm like in shock at how they're performing here.
This last one-hand section.
And there we go. Kanikou closes it out
With
a
a
2-1.
9-8-1.
It turns out that Tone actually won the last pool, so we'll be seeing him in level 4. The trap of different colored lasers. Like you will see a lot of right lasers on the left lane, a lot of left lasers on the right lane.
We'll see how much these two have prepared for the DC show pattern.
DC show pattern indeed. Teus, what's up? So that's already like, that kind of drills are kind of brutal already.
Oh, we're just getting a taste of what's to come with this offside laser thing.
Yep, offside lasers. You cannot slip your focus at any time because it will sneak up on you and completely.
Kanikou taking the jack section with all criticals. That's amazing.
It's a momentum game. We got some nasty hand trip here. Wow. Beautiful trills from both players.
Here comes C-show pattern.
There it is.
Oh.
And here it comes again. Kanikou
Oh.
almost getting it there.
The gap is getting wider.
Comes down to a final burst.
This peak section definitely can't count this out.
You have to cross over your right hand. That's a way to start off this pattern.
And it looks like Kanikou is gonna take it.
Excellent.
Wow.
Wow.
976.
With the lead of 156,000, I was Are we looking at a Kanikou sight read?
We'll see who's better prepared for this. Yep, a banger from pop music.
Looks like that song pick was paying off for. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Commentator's curse. Oh, both players going.
Those are some gnarly lasers.
Sorry for the sudden interruption. We're just getting back
We're
into
back
this
into
here.
it.
We are so back.
We're so back. And Kanikou taking the lead.
Kanikou is also so back. Closing out the set
Kanikou
with a 2-0. Okay, wow. Starting
That's-
off with a strong 18. Kiona's Tiara. Very, very button heavy. So we'll see who can master this keyboard chart. I love this song, by the way.
Oh
so
yeah,
pretty.
It's a banger. You could honestly use this as just almost a radio stream. You know, one of those 24/7 radio streams, listening to some good music.
Really showing the difficulty of 18s there. Super tricky rhythm.
Right now, it looks like Kanikou is holding a very good lead of around 30,000.
Oh, dropping a
lasers.
little bit of those lasers. Both players.
Both players getting hit on those lasers.
Oh, and the same side lasers got
lasers.
both. Or actually,
Well,
that's airy.
it's airy. Those a little too trigger happy, I would say, on those buttons. That's difficult. Wow.
Oh,
you have to
those
hand trip.
trills.
You have to hand trip those trills as well.
Oh, those chords. The gap just gets wider.
Kanikou playing those chords, this chart, beautifully, I would say.
Let's see if Kanikou holds this lead all the way across the chorus. Or the highlight section.
Amazing. I think it's looking good for them right now.
With any Kaneko Chiharu song, the end is just chords.
Staircase.
And Kanikou is going to hold that lead. Oh!
212?
Dropping those lasers.
Wow.
Those lasers at the end are brutal.
They are. Kanikou going in with
Kanikou takes it.
with that kind of lead. I'd say I'm feeling very good about the next song.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a beat stream chart. So we got Ruki Ryoku Kudeta.
I was so off.
You did your best. It's a Gravity Wars song, so we'll definitely see some of that older patterning come into effect here.
starting off with some intense one-handing. Both players holding chain though.
Hopefully that hopefully that chain doesn't like crack into their nerves. So right now, Kanikou holding a consistent 14,000 lead.
Yeah, it looks like both these players are very, very comfortable with 17, so it's gonna be a battle of accuracy here.
For a while there, they're just like matching paces. That's insane.
Both still holding UC. Oh,
At
and
times.
oh, commentator's curse.
Okay. On the bright side, it does relieve them from like that mental burden.
Oh yeah.
So now they can like go full force into like focusing on that accuracy buildup. Very smooth one-handing from both players. Those chords
Kanikou holding a comfortable lead.
that's gnarly. I think it's like a 105,000 lead now.
Oh.
What? The rolls. Wow. Kanikou seems very comfortable, like in that regard.
And they're going to take it with an S.
An S.
Wow.
We got our first
Amazing
18 S
performance.
of the tournament, ladies and gentlemen, and other non-binary.
Oh, that was a
non-binaries.
17.
It's still, and right
Ultimate
now,
class.
we are looking into Lacrima exhaust.
Yeah, this is going to be very button heavy.
Button heavy and a very historically significant chart,
Yeah,
I would say.
very. Pretty old, so might be some kind of weird charting, but legacy charting.
Right off the bat, both competitors starting off very strong, matching paces with each other, and the commentator curse strikes again. But you can see right now, it's anybody's battle with
Double UC so far. Oh, commentator's curse.
Commentator's curse. Snoop coming out of that section with a much bigger, more developed lead. And the triplets right there.
Comes the famous part.
Yeah. Those are some nasty rolls. Wow. Snoop coming out of that with
Still holding UC,
holding
wow.
UC. Very impressive stuff. And he drops it, and they drop it right at the lasers.
Here's the trill, first trill.
First trill. Snoop getting
Nails it.
almost all crits on that last crit, on that the ending of that drill.
Some weird lasers here, tripping them up.
So I was talking about this a little bit earlier, but I was talking about how like maybe maintaining a UC may not be the best move because it like puts you that pressure and you might
Yeah,
you might
for
suffer.
sure.
But right now, it doesn't look like that's a problem for Snoop right now, as they're coming out with a lead of 218,000.
Wow.
But
Let's see if they can maintain it going into
it
the
is
end.
still anybody's game here, especially with the ending bursts.
Oh yeah.
Both players getting into that cleanly. Let's see if they nail the ending. And they kept
Nice.
it. Wow. Snoop coming out on the lead with a lead of 240,000. Lacrima Enjoyers. This is from the gravity chart, the first ever 20 in Sound Bowl text. This is what the trill looks like.
Yeah.
And just like the trills here, I think both players did very well
Yeah.
on trills here. Some of the most awkward timings
Yeah,
for
very-
in this game.
Very weird rhythms. And then the ending buttons are really tough. Not really a skill Voltex trains much.
Yeah,
So
it's like a general, like a classic 4B kind of
Oh,
skill
yeah.
set. Right off the bat, both players starting off beautifully with that beginning. So what we've seen in a lot of these sets is like we usually have one person taking it by a large margin, and then the other person will take it with a very large margin. So I want to see if that happens again right here.
Yeah. Dryo holding UC so far, very nice. Commentator's curse.
Always happens. But at the same time, it relieves them of that mental like burden. So, if any people have watched the Games Done Quick Soundbolt stream last year done by Levier, you will know that he did something very interesting at the during the pause.
Yeah, to say the least.
Looks like Snoop came back from that deficit he had earlier in the song.
So we've got some Snoop fans in the chat. Some easy dubs and Levier.
Levier, and what's up? So, I summoned him.
Yeah?
So right there, those lasers, along with like a one-hand triplet, very awkward pattern to hit. Very difficult for an 18 as well.
Extremely. And yeah, even if you're familiar with this chart, it can throw you for a loop.
Real. Like those kinds of trills that just like happen, like, that's nasty.
So,
Alright. Cleaning up with some good one here.
yeah.
There we go, here's the pause.
Alright.
Do not, if you let your focus slip here, it will break your run. Let's see if Snoop keeps it.
They both get it. Nice.
Beautiful. Those are
Alright,
some
here's
nasty
the
lasers.
hard button.
Yeah. It's like
Wow.
that's just double trill. Oh, Driodx coming back with the lead. It's the prophecy. One person takes it with a huge lead, and the other clutches it right back.
Wow.
That was amazing. So
They
this
played
does-
the ending really well.
Yeah,
that was
ending
great.
was extremely clean.
A lot of, a couple patterns that are pretty hard to read. So, another tough 18 to finish this set off.
Absolutely. And this does determine the winner of the set, so there's a lot at stake here. Both players very even going into this beginning. Like, if they're not even, it's a very small lead. Okay, commentator's first. Snoop taking advantage of that, getting a clean 60,000 points ahead of Dryo right now.
Very nice lead. All right, here come the Jags.
Oh, I can't even hit those. How are you? This is only pool 5. You're throwing, like I said, this is only pool 5. So this really shows like how deep sort of like the middle tiers are. Like,
Yeah,
anybody in those tiers could be at any other tier, and it would still like be a fair matchup. In my
exactly,
opinion.
yeah. There are so many different charts.
Snoop coming out with a lead of 157,000. Let's see if they're able to maintain it. Yeah, those are some brutal buttons for an 18. Wow. You have to be quick to get that. Coming in towards the ending, you can see like a lot of like those vertical trills are also require like their own sort of skills.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And in tandem with lasers, like that's like almost a tall order for some players, but
All right,
not
here's
to these players.
one last button part. With Snoop
Taking it
taking
with
it.
a lead of exactly 333, 333.
The World of Sound exhaust. That's a very fair ban.
Oh really? I haven't played that right now.
It's Booth. It's from Booth.
Oh, okay. That
You don't want to play that.
Yeah, no, I get it.
All right. Getting into the first song here. Back to 17s.
Back to 17s, which are the peak of Voltex charting, with nothing too wild. Some
17s, it's a good folder.
I need to start grinding those myself. Right now, though, Fef coming in with the smallest leads, and Kanikou snatching it right away.
Wow. Yeah, this
This
already is
momentum.
shaping up to be, this is going to be a close match.
This is going to be a close match, definitely. But I'm not saying this because I'm biased, but I think Kanikou is definitely like has the mental advantage over Fef, because
Yeah.
Fef is like coming out like, I think this is like their first set of the day, while Kanikou is coming in hot right now.
Right, yeah. The players that move up from other pools have had plenty of chances to warm up and get used to the cabs, find their offset. So,
So like get used to it.
yeah, get into the game. Really even right now with
Difference of 22,000. Still anybody's game at this point.
yeah, this is extremely tight.
It's like a difference of like 2, 3 errors. So one knob slip up or one hold or one section being blown up will definitely turn the tide of this match right now.
Absolutely. And I'm not even sure if either of these players are like super familiar with this chart. This is tricky to read.
Coming up to the ending of this. Wow.
So close.
Wow. Anything could shake it right now.
Oh.
Anything could shake it. It's going to come down to the ending notes.
Oh, that's
the laser.
That's gonna be it.
the
Wow,
laser.
that was tragic.
Oh my god.
Right
But
at the very end.
right up to that point, you saw it was like, it was back and forth.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
The error differential was razor thin.
yeah. This will be a good one.
He said, so we were expecting a double S, right?
We'll see.
We'll see.
I
yeah.
could see it.
But yeah, no. Fef now has started building up that momentum, like getting like a win off of a dropped laser. Like that's somewhat debilitating for Kanikou. Both players getting hit with an error or two. Again, like it is such a close set in this one.
Yeah, this song has a lot of lasers in it. Lots of chances for just one slip up to cost you so much score.
Especially like Nemesis. too,
Especially-
like,
Both players making it through that.
wow. That is some nasty hand trip there as well. Like, there's a lot more hand trip than I thought. Fef coming out of this though with a healthy lead of around 41,000. Also, like, when it comes to like charts like these, how much would you say lane speed plays into this?
For something like this, I would say a little lower, definitely better.
I see.
It'll help you read it better. Yeah, the faster you get, the less time you have to react, obviously. This chart has a couple tricky things.
Both players having a very healthy chain right now. 800,
Very big
700.
chain. Very close scores, too.
Oh, and Fef
Oh.
having a 1,000 chain.
It's like Fef pulling a little bit ahead here. See how the ending goes.
Nice. Nice ending. Wow.
Wow, Fef maintains the
Fef
lead.
maintains, and Fef takes the set. Oh, yeah.
This, let's see.
This has a lot of soapline, a lot of slowdown, and a lot of chart movement itself. Like, the lanes will spin around. So
Yeah.
it's just a matter of who's more comfortable playing in that kind of environment.
Snoop didn't have a play on this.
Oh.
So this is not something you want to.
If you want to vote Mr. Hour, consider subscribing to the Twitch channel for Ohio DDR. But right now, both players going in strong. And Kanikou is taking the lead in the beginning. Okay, Compilation.
Snoop catching up.
This chart is so difficult, especially for a side read.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a really tough 18 for timing.
Like I said, if you're not prepared for those slowdowns, you are going to be in for a bad time.
Snoop with
But still
holding a lead now.
Holding a lead on a side read nonetheless, too. Here we go, the first set of Sophon. It is mostly knobs, so it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but when we get into it, the long note section is going to be insanely slow. And those buttons are like, those jacks are extremely tight at this kind of time window.
Both players doing really well hitting these. Snoop pulling through out of this section though.
Those lasers are so tricky. Snoop though with a lead of 128,000 coming into the ending burst right here. This is where I think this is where it gets decided.
Yeah.
Both players keeping a healthy chain right now. Okay, Compilation.
Snoop maintaining the lead.
Here we go, the final slowdown. And cleaning that out with a lead of 130,000.
Very nicely played. Good job to Snoop. Snoop fans are
Snoop
having
fans
a
are
real
eating
good day
good.
today. All right.
Conflict, here we go. One of the most legendary songs in BMS, one of the most legendary songs in all of rhythm gaming.
Absolutely.
And I would say in music overall, maybe not that much.
Music overall, maybe.
Maybe.
So-
if you're a turbo weeb like us.
If Snoop
If Snoop
takes
wins
this.
they advance to tier 6.
starting off with some lasers.
Kanikou is not gonna let it go easily though. Right now, both players, it's so even right now.
Ridiculously even. Kanikou with a little bit of a lead.
Inching out and digging that lead out slowly.
Lots of jacks on this chart.
We also have to talk about like the skill you need to like maintain those stairs with long notes.
Yeah. This is a very comprehensive 17. Lots of skills being tested.
Again, butterfly fingers.
Kanikou still holding UC.
More importantly, Kanikou is not letting they're not letting Snoop run away with this. They're in for it right now.
Still holding UC, but Snoop's
There
accuracy is just on point right now.
And Kanikou gets the first miss here. But man, like they're going into this with so much. Yeah, I mean, look how close it is this far into the song. It is anybody's game at this point. And
Both
it's
hitting
even.
the jacks. Wow.
Wow.
Hitting the jacks
Kanikou
actually
taking
very
it.
well.
One slip up, and that may determine the game and quite possibly the set.
Now, Snoop is the one with the lead and a really nice chain. There it goes.
There it goes. Yeah. But, I mean,
In the lead.
look how close the scores are.
All right, let's
Can
see what happens
Kanikou
here.
close it out? They do!
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, those scores are close.
One
Wonder-
near differential.
Wow.
We are going
Wow.
to a game 3. Black Shackle, this is a good one.
I feel like from what I've seen, this could be anyone's chart.
Absolutely. It's been a while since I played this. Can you throw me a few refreshers?
It's been a while since I played it too.
All right, we're going into this semi-blind. Right away,
Snoop with a little bit of a lead.
taking it early. But no, Kanikou is clawing back with it. Kanikou coming in with a higher lead now. 22,000.
With a very nice chain to go along with it.
Both players have a very nice chain right now. Again, it's like the margins are razor thin once again. So
They are pretty much tied up here.
They are tied here. Can you imagine if
Oh.
this ends up in a tie?
This would be crazy to tie on. It's flickering between the two.
It's like a pendulum. Any Chrono Diver pendulums enjoyers in the chat? Kanikou
Kanikou.
building the largest lead we've seen in all song.
Oh, the draw. Let's see if that's a good opportunity for Snoop to bring it back here. Yeah.
Kanikou is not letting go of that lead at all. But Snoop is fighting for it. We saw it drop to less than 20,000 now.
Some one-handing to
One-handing.
wrap the chart up.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
It
So
ju-
close. Let's
Okay,
see.
we're going to the ending, and Kanikou taking the set.
Wow.
Whoa!
Very well played.
Kanikou
Wow.
taking it
Two close scores.
after getting losing by quite the margin in song one, coming back with two hard-fought victories. Like,
Yeah, after the seasickness loss, I thought Kanikou might maybe have lost a little bit of the momentum.
no,
But
no,
obviously not.
Kanikou was cooking.
Yeah,
And-
obviously not.
Most importantly, this still. I'll mention it one though. Okay. But yeah, so Kanikou taking the set, and as I mentioned before, this is a key set, so Snoop is no longer guaranteed to advance to tier
Yeah,
6.
that
It
was
is
a really
still
important game.
Very much anybody's set. to take.
Absolutely. And
Coming up next, we have Kanikou going against Driodx. So Kanikou did regain some of that momentum they had in the last set, coming in hot from a very well fought out 2-1 victory
absolutely.
against the person who was almost guaranteed to make it through.
Some good bans. I don't blame them for banning Kyokuken 18.
Oh, that's
I don't
that's a
think,
cheesy one.
I don't think many people are too familiar with
Oh
that.
my god, these two are like, we'll go into a little bit more later, but PG Cosmo, what's up, dude?
GG Snoop, we'll get this next time. Yeah. Snoop.
While Snoop may not have gotten that guaranteed that 3-0 closeout, they are still very much in the running to advance.
Yeah. This will be another really good set.
This definitely will be.
I'm looking forward to the next one.
Oh, Endorphin, that's a good one.
Sacrifice and Fade.
Sacrifice and Fade, and then if we get to a tiebreaker, Setsu Gecko. Alright, so going into the first song, it's another majority 17s, but
Yeah. Only 118 appearing in this set.
it's a good 18 too.
Testing offset, always a good choice. I'll have to do that.
Absolutely, and we'll get to see Driodx, I mean, I feel like they are kind of angry right now, but
Yeah, Dryo's definitely in for a hard-fought match here. Kanikou, again, just the momentum cannot be understated.
absolutely. And like, after taking out the front runner of the pool, I'd be
Yeah,
feeling
that
pretty
must be a
good,
great feeling.
denying someone their entry to the next pool. And
Yeah.
if Kanikou wins this, they have a shot at overtaking Nuke
Yeah.
for the advance. That means they make it through 2 pools. And after that, like, now, not only is like momentum, but like you also have to consider like the mental battle, that the
Yeah.
mental stamina you need to go through at minimum 2 pools of gameplay.
Yeah, that's a lot of sound voltage. But getting into this first chart here, nothing too much so far.
Both players coming in strong with a UC from both.
Trading leads with Kanikou in the lead right now.
But I mean, as we saw in like the previous set that they played, leads, right? Early leads do not matter at all.
Yeah, they can be nice starting off, but
But it's all about how you finish.
a drop from Dryo.
Kanikou still building up a strong lead.
Kanikou's still holding UC. They are just absolutely feeling it right now.
That's what meant how cute this song is for a second. Can we take a second to appreciate that? But wow, this is the largest lead I've seen from Kanikou actually. 75,000.
Wow. Oh, finally a drop from Kanikou. Still holding a huge lead.
70,000. But at the same time, anything could happen.
Anything can happen, but that's definitely a chart-winning lead right there.
You think so? I see.
Dryo evening it out a little bit.
$72,000. Yeah, that's the end of that. Wow.
Wow, 997. Yeah.
I am so thankful I do not have to play against Kanikou. I am terrified of that. Of them.
Yeah. Their
Wow.
consistency right now is fantastic. Oh,
Yeah, Ichigo,
okay.
Ichigo DX pancakes. That is what it is going to be.
Pay $100 for them to play a chart on SRAM.
Give me the $100 and I'll let them know.
Yeah, definite Matthew Barber pop on this song here. We're getting right into it.
Real.
Dryo with the early lead.
Indeed. But you cannot count out Kanikou.
Dryo picking up a miss.
But they do have, at this point, with how close these sets are, I mean, 24,000, that's nothing.
Yeah,
I would even go as much as say that 100,000 is nothing, too, in my opinion.
yeah, anything can happen, but Dryo is doing a great job maintaining the lead here. Definitely another button-heavy one, but a little slower.
For real, for real. Good button patterning.
Dryo still maintaining the lead. Kanikou fighting to get that lead back.
Yeah, it's still anybody's game, which is incredible to say the least.
Very tricky buttons there.
Oh yeah.
Lead is getting, it's, wow, okay, Kanikou's now in the lead. There's still a decent amount of the chart left, but Kanikou now
Kanikou
with
a
the
40
sizable lead.
41,000. But no, you cannot write off Driodx. Right
Absolutely
now.
not. Kanikou growing the lead. Gonna wrap up the chart here. With Kanikou taking it 2-0.
Wow. Now Kanikou.
Kanikou is on a tear. Kanikou fans are rejoicing.
Now challenging. They're now challenging Snoop for the advancements.
Maybe too opinionated, but what an awful way to start off the set. I hate this chart.
You and me both. Like,
I think most people don't like it. I don't know. Maybe some people out there like it.
yeah, this chart is bad.
Yeah. So this is gonna be tricky.
Seeing a boss song like this early too. Right off the bat, you can see like you have to deal with like one of the wackier knob patterns I've seen. And right into the verse.
Straight into the buttons. With Dryo. Early lead.
Dryo taking.
Now it's tied up.
Tied up. But again, it's like you saw that. It's like a differential of 1 here.
Yeah,
for a while.
absolutely.
Beth coming out strong.
This part, yeah.
That
This
part
is a tough part. This chart has so many different hard button things.
Yeah.
It has the inverse like rolls. It has fast rolls. It has jacks. It has some earth power. And trills.
Trills.
Dryo back with the lead.
And a bigger one. Oh,
Oh.
that long note may have cost him if it turns out like
He still has a nice lead.
he still has a nice lead, but like oh okay no it was canceled out. It was canceled out by Fat missing out on that.
Okay, looks like most people don't like this chart. So
Ooh, I wonder what gave that away.
good to see some agreement. Looks like, unless something happens here, looks like Dryo's going to be
Drow's
closing
taking
this
it,
one
yeah.
out, sure enough.
With a good lead of 49,000. Wow.
Nice job. It's goated.
It's goated. I'm sorry, man. I disagree.
Yeah, I think most people are going to have to disagree with you on that one, but so
Awakening.
as he said, next up, Awakening 17, more buttons.
More buttons.
And if Dryo takes this 2-0, that'll be the end of the set.
That'll be end of the. Yeah, that'll be
The pool.
the end of the pool.
But if Fef can take this one, we'll go to yet another button chart as a tiebreaker. All right, let's see.
Before we get it. Dryo taking the early lead right here.
Holding on to that lead with a nice UC as well.
Yep. This is such a good song.
It is. Dryo
With a lead
just
of 60,000.
growing the lead.
While they did lose out on that UC, it does not matter. Still with a fairly healthy lead.
These one-hand trills.
Those one-hand trills, man, they are killer. But
Dryo still hanging on to that lead.
absolutely, but there's still plenty of opportunities to catch up. We're only halfway. through
Oh,
the chart.
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. I gotta say though, what a 17 for a set. What a 17 to like be sandwiched
Yeah.
between.
These buttons, they're
Last-
fast and they are not easy to time. Wow. Fef? Oh, they are tied right now.
Oh, they're tied. Oh my god.
Dryo getting the lead back.
Come back from behind. But I mean, will Fef make that comeback?
Dryo still holding it going into the ending.
And the last drill. Whoa!
Oh. Close on last drill. Dryo
Dryo
takes it 2-0.
maintaining a lead, even as a group.
2-0 for Dryo.
2-0 for Dryo. All right. So I've just received word that because Connie won the head-to-head against Snoop, Connie advances
Wow.
to Pool 6.
What a crazy run.
Just a reminder for all those just tuning in, Connie was actually in Pool 4, and now they just won Pool 5 to move on to Pool 6.
That is insane.
If that isn't like a highlight of their mental strength, I don't know what is.
Yeah, they must feel so much momentum going into this next set. Definitely a button-heavy chart. Not that bad. I would definitely on the lower end of like, I guess button difficulty, but
That can mean a lot.
Yeah.
When it comes to scores, because like when you have charts that are easier, then it becomes a battle of accuracy.
yeah.
That's
And
what the punties play.
if you aren't ready for this, the button stuff, specifically near the end, can definitely catch you off guard.
Well, we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah, getting right into it. Oh, and the lead already back and forth.
Kanikou already building up a 50,000 point lead.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, I spoke a little too soon. And holding the UC.
Oh, see that? Kitsune dropped an entire long note.
Oh,
That's
wow.
going to
Okay.
hurt.
That's a lot of score gone.
But we are still in the beginning of the song. There's still plenty of room to make up ground here.
For sure.
Well, like,
But Connie.
Kanikou has, but like in this situation, Kanikou has everything to lose at this point. So
Yeah, the nerves are probably building a bit.
yeah, just
Finally
like right
loses
there,
the
we're
UC,
losing the
but
UC,
still
we are still seeing
enormous lead.
a massive lead of 150,000 points here.
This part, yeah. That's a tricky pattern.
They went into it very smoothly though.
Yeah.
A lead of 198,000 looks like.
Wow.
You think we might see the 200K?
With this ending coming up, I could see it. This
Oh, no.
wow. Oh,
Kitsune ain't letting it go that easily. Kitsune actually fighting back a little bit there.
here comes this.
But,
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah. That is
That's
a tough button.
you need to
pattern.
know that one.
Yeah. Connie,
Connie
wow.
with a 250. That's amazing. I mean,
Very impressive plays. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's
They have it.
oh,
They're
it's
playing it. Connie had a hard clear. Definitely is aware. Knows what's coming.
Connie Sweet in the chat. As a commentator, I have no opinion on who I think will win the set.
Yeah. Well, it looks like the chat has an opinion. Connie fans out in full
Kanikou
force.
fans.
But this is... If you're not familiar with this chart, that's hard.
Okay, interesting. Kanikou is trailing by about
Wow.
15,000.
Kitsune leading.
So Kanikou is chipping back. You can see right there. And they take it right back away. Kanikou now holding that 14,000 lead.
And that's not all that much. That can change in an instant.
Exactly.
Especially with what's coming up. Let's see how they handle this.
Slow down. If you aren't ready for it, you are getting near bombed right away.
Both of them doing really well. However, Connie maintaining that lead. It's slipping a little bit.
It is slipping, but
oh,
it is
okay.
a lead nonetheless. If they're able, ooh,
That knob is good. Oh,
that might have.
that's punishing.
That might have won Connie the game.
There's a little trip up, right? Yeah. Are they both? Okay. Maybe it
Okay,
only
that's
trips
fine.
me up, but
Okay, yeah,
Hit
you're
the
going
cross
to have to.
hands.
You need like chart knowledge to get something like that.
yeah.
Kanikou coming in with a commanding lead of 220,000 points, and it keeps on growing. As we approach the end of the song here, I think it's safe to say that this set is over.
Yeah. Oh.
There it is.
What a rough pick.
380,000.
That is a rough 18 to have to play in a tournament. Connie keeping the momentum going.
PCB, so we
Yeah,
can
I was
get-
about to say, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure it's
and,
just, yeah.
I forgot they took
I-
some
yeah.
of the Omega Dimension song out of it.
Yeah, I don't think it was Omega Dimension.
Looks like it was. Pirate motif.
Maybe it was, I don't know. It was too long ago. But so here we go
Hey,
into
even
Oversoul.
here in the venue, we hear everyone cheering for Kanikou.
Definitely the crowd favorite.
And just as a reminder, Kanikou is 1-0. There's a very realistic chance they make it to full 7. Which
Unbelievable run in this tournament so far.
that is going to be the story of this tournament.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's like a showcase of mental fortitude.
Luca with the early lead.
Luca also coming out of a 1-0, so I mean this is a very important match for.
Luca Cat has had a very strong showing so far. Let's see how they both handle the Jax.
They're playing a little colder though.
Luca Cat's still maintaining a good lead.
Wow. This far into the chart.
Yeah,
that
this is a
might
very
be
good run.
significant.
Yeah. So many little
Oh,
fast.
wow, look at that. The lead just cut. And
Oh,
now
wow.
And now it's
Now it's
Kanikou
flickering
getting
back
the
and
lead.
forth. Luca back with the lead. Pretty much what they had.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, the fact that like changed that up may have taken him a little
yeah,
bit. A little bit of a scare, but
getting into more of a pure button part here.
Luca Cat with a lead of 7. Oh, when you see it, you saw the message when you see it. All right, 90,000. Yeah. I think it's
All
over.
right, last button
Last
part.
verse. Both players are playing it beautifully.
Wow.
Wow.
Very nice plays with Luca
Very
taking the first song
Yeah.
of Oversoul.
So,
So this next chart
this
coming
next
up
chart
is
this is a very
one of the
It's-
hardest
oh,
18s,
yeah, I mean-
easily. It's a chart for sure.
wow.
Both players with really good
very
scores.
Strong.
This is going to be a close one.
Yeah.
I would not want to have to play.
I would. I love I. You don't like I?
No.
Another Mr. Hour bad take. I'm kidding. Going in strong. I will say though, like some of these buttons are very awkward to chain on, let alone get accuracy.
Oh, absolutely. Good leads trading.
Yeah.
And Connie holding the UC. Little bias. I hope this goes to the third song. I would really love to see the third song get played.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll join the Connie Nation for this one.
You and me both. Mr. Hour. Alright. Yeah, those knobs are very wacky to play.
And Luca back with the lead. This part is weird.
Yeah.
This is just a weird. This is just a weird chart.
Here we go.
And there goes the lead again, flickering.
Here we go.
Tied up.
Who can get the crosshand here? All right, yeah.
Connie holding on to the lead.
Connie's holding on to the lead. That's right.
Oh, those are going to be costly.
The lasers at the end are going to be the decider for this one. Kanikou coming in with a 23,000 lead. But here we go.
We'll get an exact number here.
The knobs on this one section, that's going to be where it's at. Both players
And
playing
they
that
both
section
know how to do
beautifully.
it. They both know how to do it. We're getting through it. Kanikou not letting this lead go away.
Yeah, but I mean, you
And
remember
Luca chaining the knobs.
chaining it up.
But
There is the
will
last
it be enough?
button
Yeah.
spam. That will break it. And Kanikou keeping it
That's going
alive.
to be Kanikou taking it. Wow. So we do get to see the third
We
song.
are going to Vajra. Wow.
Good job,
Ah,
Sakani.
That's we are in for the long run, folks.
Morning. Did I miss much? Only
You missed, we're on pool 6. You missed
only-
the legendary story of Kanikou, that's for sure. But
we
yeah,
only missed like 4 or 5 hours of simultext. All right.
like 8 hours. I was here for
Huh?
I was here for 4 hours, and I was like,
Oh,
here for
okay.
All right, so yeah,
All
it
right.
looks like we are
This-
going into the last one, and
This is not a friendly sight read at all. So there's a knob to trip you up right here at the start.
that's,
Yep, there it
that's a
is.
big one, yeah.
This is going to be a good match.
Right now, it looks like
Connie.
Kanikou is taking it with a lead of about 4 nears, I want to say, 5 nears,
Yeah,
6 nears.
that lead can slip away.
But it is,
But they're keeping it alive.
it is steady. It is consistent, yeah. With a lead of 14,000.
This part is,
the
yeah.
Chat. Don't worry, I won't say anything. However,
Yeah, and then I will say this also, like what Biscuit just said. The ending of this chart is
ending
gonna
of
be
this
a-
part is going to decide who wins the set, actually, and who has the better chance of qualifying.
the trill.
Those trills are nasty. Oh my god. Right now, looks like Connie is
leading.
holding that lead. 31,000.
But the ending, they could lose it all. It's
Is it that bad? I'm not
here. It's you will.
I'll
We'll
see.
see.
We'll see. We'll
Right
see.
here. They might not see it coming.
Oh wow.
Not a very Voltexy pattern. And then this. What? And Luca taking it back.
Luca taking it back. Wow.
That's just what I was talking about
Oh,
with the ending of that chart.
that is brutal.
That's what I meant by the ending of that chart, kid. Would really
No, how is
shake
that?
things
How
up.
is that not a 19? I have not seen denims like. That's
Yeah,
like
no,
almost-
that's what I meant. Like,
that's like Overjoy level denims there. Oh.
okay, Cydia
City is playing on
accidentally
excessive rate. Oh.
accidentally playing on excessive.
Good luck. Good luck.
I'll take the hit if I win.
Cydia is playing dangerously. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Was it an accident?
Yeah, it was an accident.
Okay.
But we will be playing it out. They will be playing it out. Both players maintaining a good UC.
I don't know how familiar Cydia is with this chart, but you can lose hard.
can lose a
Yeah,
lot,
see,
like,
yeah, you can
Those
lose hard clear on
lasers
this for
are
sure.
Tricky.
So really unfortunate chart to accidentally
Oh,
put
yeah.
excessive on for.
right away you see Kanikou like still might possibly run away with this.
Yeah.
Like
The score lead already is
the
huge.
lead that big. I definitely see them. I can't believe they're going up to 7. However, Cydia is
Cydia
still
holding on
keeping
to
it
the
alive.
excessive. This is not an easy chart to read.
This is a very difficult chart if you're not familiar. If you're like not familiar with it.
Compared to its more straightforward brother, triple counter.
Just counter, yeah.
Good job holding on to the lasers.
And commentator's curse, buddy. Watch it. But yeah, Kanikou having a commanding lead at this point in the song.
A huge lead. Looks like Cydia is going to get the excessive though.
Yeah, you gotta command that. You gotta command that.
Yeah, this is not an easy chart to read. Okay.
Kanikou with the S.
Very good play. Maybe. We'll see.
Might swing either way.
So,
Wow.
Connie gang,
Connie gang,
get ready.
this is your time to throw your support. Cydia gang, same for you. Because whoever wins this will have a big advantage in the
Cydia with the lead right now.
Oh, wow. Okay. And as you
Just
say
like that, the lead is
Kanikou
gone.
Swings it back. It's a war of attrition at this point. Like, you need it. You're chipping at each other's leads like that. You really don't have a chance to like grow out your own lead.
Yeah, no,
It does keep you on alert though.
absolutely. Yeah, not a super easy 17.
Older one too, so you'll see some very unfamiliar patterning. Oh, the drop laser. That just brought Kanikou's lead up to 100,000.
Another one. Kanikou still just riding this momentum that they've had for how many sets in a row now? This momentum has just been going and going and going.
If they win this set and the pool, they would have won half the tournament.
Wow.
People in the chat want to see it. Everybody here in the venue wants to see it, and even us in the commentary booth. I think it'd be really interesting to see. But those buttons are not enough to deter her from that lead.
Yeah, Kanikou has built
Damn.
up a sizable lead here.
Yep.
Chart's coming to an end here.
Wow, 986. Kanikou taking it.
GG's to
2-0.
Kanikou.
And they take a 2-1 record, so
Yeah. So, Luca Cat is moving on. I'll
all
say.
right. Unfortunately for the
Connie gang.
Luca Cat is moving on to Pool 7.
Fantastic. Orca's the TO. This is incredible. That's got to be very difficult to play in a tournament and TO it. That's a lot of nerves you have to deal with. A lot of people asking you questions. Orca here playing with a dark background. Much easier to see the notes, but it can be difficult because you don't have the lane or the measure indicators rather. Also has some lift. You can see at the bottom there's a shutter, which helps compress the notes so it's a little bit easier to focus. Orca doing a fantastic job. Only 11 grades. Still got a full combo going. And I believe this is Type B or Type C layout, where the pedals are together. A lot of players will opt for this layout just because it's easier for them to read the pedals. Whereas Sopra was playing on the default layout. Will this be an arbiter of things to come with the left pedal song after this? We'll see. I'm excited to see how Orca does with it. Orca still with the full combo. Way ahead of the bests and the average here. Or rather, it looks like Orca has 2 rivals. Oh my gosh. Only 2 misses. Only 2 misses. 1 in each of the last 2 phrases. What a fantastic job. 132 skill points. Master. Looks like an 83%. Already an S on the master chart. Let's see how they handle this extreme chart. It's got that left pedal section. It's got some tricky rhythms. Goes back and forth between 16th and 24th. Ooh, okay, all right. Orca showing they've definitely got the tech down. Very nice job hitting those 12. Those are hard to hit. 12 note jacks on the bass pedal. Orca definitely knows this song. Look at this. Just screaming perfect. Still single digit grades. We're 300 notes into the song just about. Gets an okay, but as the judgment states, that's alright. We keep going. This song is so sick. I love this part so much. It's like Orca's having a jam here too. Only 3 goods. We're getting close to the end here. Okay, final section. Looking like cake so far. Hits the 12. Okay, let's remember, there's a fake ending here. And finishes in style with a 242 combo. 91%, 134 skill points. Here we go. A little bit of tricky rhythm there, but we're back on beat. As you can see, we're getting a little more grates here than we normally see from Orca. Those tricky rhythms in there. Still holding on nicely though. Oh my gosh, those 12 notes in the middle of the 8 note stream? Life really is beautiful sometimes. I used to have a lot of trouble reading these types of sections or grabbing, no issue at all. These can be tricky if you're not used to reading a lot of spread out patterns like this where you have the snare, the right cymbal, and the bass pedal. Oh my gosh, nail's one of those difficult fills. And another one just as I was saying that. Got a 260 combo. Orca looking like they're in the group now. Look at this. Screaming perfect. not a great insight. Oh, never mind, I'm sorry. I don't believe in the commentator's curse, but I will apologize. Oh my gosh, this ending is so tricky to read all the different drum pads going on. Oh my gosh, 514 combo at the end of Life is Beautiful, 89%. It's another 130. I need to see this. I have to see this. Even though it's straightforward, it's a lot more stamina intensive than the other songs in this set. We're still under 5 grades here. Orca doing a great job keeping up with everything. And I like how the rhythm on the left hand is fairly similar. So all you have to do is look for the bass, see where the bass pedal is going to be at, and react accordingly. These sets of charts are really nice for learning how to get better at this game. Just like Orca is here. Orca still has a perfect combo, meaning no goods, no misses, no okays. Okay. Hits the fill. That fill is very tricky. I believe that was the first fill in the whole chart, too. Hits another fill. We're only at 36 grades. Nothing else at all yet. Can you believe this? When Orca is on, Orca is on. A full combo, only one good in the final fill. Okay, we're starting off with Heron here. Not sure if this is a warm-up or if it's tournament, but this is, it's got some tricky rhythms in it, especially in the latter half of the song.
And looking like Orca is playing with a sort of 7+, bringing the notes a bit closer up. Great opening so far.
Yeah, that would be lift, and that actually compresses the notes so that you can focus a little bit better on one part of the screen, but it does have the detriment of putting them close together. Sometimes you can't see the notes separately. Yep, and looks like Orca is currently beating their rival as well. Pretty strong start, I would say. Whether this is warm-up or not, that's quality right there. You want to see yourself doing well in the tournament, especially if you can get PBs. That's the kind of pace that you want to set.
Orca really leading into hitting those snare simple rhythms, right? Leading in and focusing like feel attention to the arms.
Indeed, and you see some of these rhythms, they have the bass pedals back and forth. We're starting to get a little bit of that Doko Doko double kick here. Not too much of it. These fills don't look too rough. They got the snares. Oh, that one's pretty difficult. We had the double kick and the snare roll at the same time. Oh, this part's especially hard where you have constant eighth notes on one pedal. Now, it's not as easy as CDR where you can just tap the panel. You actually have to pick your foot up off of the pedal enough so you can register the pedal when you press it back down. This is Kokara Yoroshiku Daisakusen 143 by Asaki.
Oh man, battle conductor.
I think this is a fantastic song. I believe it's a game from either the PSP or PS Vita that this song came from. Asaki did a great job on this. It's got some good vocals too. And as we start here, we've got some tricky tom rolls. Oh my gosh, the hi-hat just constant with the triple 16ths as well.
Also some double pedal work earlier. Great stuff on Orca.
Absolutely, and only one okay and one miss, which is incredible for that start. Looks like the chart is calming down a little bit. We'll see if Orca can combo through the middle section.
Crossing 25% soon as well. So we're still on track for a 75 on 80%. Hitting hundreds of balls, 20 to 1 range. Great action.
All right, so these sections are really fun to play. You have both pedals, and you're hitting back and forth between the snare and the hi-hat. It just feels good. You just feel like you're bopping around. It's a good time. Might get Orca back into the groove here to combo the last part of the song. We'll see.
The double kick work on point, navigating rhythms on top of pedal work. Great chord work here as well. Beautiful fill.
My gosh, 400 combo, and we're still going. Hits another fill. This is a strong play by Orca. You love to see this kind of play here at the top level of the Drummania tournament. Hit those triplets into triple 16s. Those rhythms can be difficult to swap back and forth between because it's the same amount of notes.
On track to drop 75%. There's still plenty of song left. We might see a 90% as well as a 150.
It's gonna be close to that 90%, I think. We'll have to see if the last phrase combo comes through. Orca opting to play without the phrase bar or the phrase combo in the background. However, we'll see if he gets it.
There's the 91. There's the 140. Not too far off the 150.
Absolutely incredible. Orca did hit the 90. 144 skill points, really strong. This one's got a heavy beat behind it, so if you can keep on time with that heavy beat, you're gonna have a good time on this one.
And if it's only getting harder from here, then that means songs 3 and 4 are crossing the 8 barrier.
Starting off with some double kick here, that Doko Doko coming in play. And this back and forth between the snare and the left cymbal while the hi-hat is going, sometimes difficult if you don't play cross-handed. And cross-handed is where you play with the left hand on the snare, and you always hit the other two sides, the left side notes, with your right hand. But Orca plays open-handed here.
Excellent work from Orca so far. Only 2 misses and 1 good. Ready to close out. I think it was a great combo there.
Hit the Doko Doko as well. Incredible job. Looks like Orca's in the groove now, not having any trouble with the pads. That bass pedal just constant. Easy going. Orca looking like they are doing quite a good job here. Only 5 misses and a single good.
On track probably for a 90+ completion percent at this point. Crossing 78 skill in a moment. Great double kick work from Orca. Beautiful work.
I'm cheering in the background here. That was so good. That was so much fun to watch. I love to see the double kick. Now, will we see some more at the end? I believe there's a little bit more. Okay, we're going pretty straightforward drum pads here with the bass going. Oh, here it is.
How much song left? Let's see an 80%. There's 82. There's the 130.
82%, 130 skill points. Very good job. Absolutely. This is much higher up as well. An 8.5, the 4th interval. This is a tricky one. It's got very fast 8th notes at, I believe, above 200 BPM, while also doing a bunch of 24th and 16th notes, or rather 12th and 16th notes, I'm sorry. So we're going to see how Orca can handle this high-speed type of chart.
This will be a test of everything, and it's only song 3.
I believe this is actually song 4, because we've had, yeah, I think we've had 3 songs so far. But Orca doing a great job here. 2 okays and 1 miss for the combo breakers, but that's quite good, especially for a chart like this. Looks very complicated. Lots of left pedal only. When you have that left pedal, it can be difficult to get right on it because you're not used to it.
Great DK from Orca. Filling out beautifully well. I think that's great combo.
Yeah, doing a great job here. Lots of very complex back and forth on the pads. From you have to turn your body left to hit these hi-hat and snare parts, and then suddenly the toms come down on the right side. You got to be ready to shift over for it. Orca doing a great job there. Hit both of them at 120 combo now. Looking strong on this, the 4th interval chart.
crossing 55% completion rate as well as 95 skill. Orca setting the pace here. Crossing 100 skill now. We're probably on track for
Absolutely. Could be incredible to see something that high here. Now, Orca hitting these high-speed triple 16s very fast. Got the Doko Doko 12s. We're still going here. Okay, and we got walking bass is what I like to call it. You have back and forth 16 or 8 notes on the bass. Feels like you're walking while you're playing the chart because you're hitting those pedals back and forth.
Orca's that's it. Kicking up a notch. The gauntlet, right, was mostly 7s. Now we've crossed 8s. It's just, we have to do this now.
Yeah, and judging by the picks on these cards, I'm guessing that the limit right now is 9s. So we're seeing everything from 8.00 to 9.00. This was a song that was chosen from one card. Then the other song that we're going to see is Neko Neko, which I believe is the master chart, the 8.60. And already Orca doing an incredible job comboing the beginning of Toxic Vibration. Extremely fast builds here.
19 grades so far, definitely coming out of that intro with a phrase combo. Because Orca plays with the phrase combos off, a more focused gameplay experience. It's all just a matter of seeing those perfects just roll in one after the other. Orca doing a great job navigating the movements between the different symbols here. Rhythms are simple, but the movements are intense. That's probably another phrase combo right there. 29 grades in, 29% completion, on track for 150 skill, I think.
Absolutely. We're doing a fantastic job here. Now, the most you can get from this song is 162 skill since it's an 8.1. I think if we see a full combo, we could potentially see 160 skill. But 150 looking very, very good here. We did see one miss. However, Orca's still ahead of the SS rank pace there. Incredible job keeping up with this extremely fast song.
Just studying Orca's body language right now, mouth open, breathing in. There's a certain intensity right now in their mind. This is for a decent number of marbles, because who you're up against in the top 4 can make or break the quality of your match.
Yes, and Orca doing a fantastic job keeping up with these fills. This is a 200 BPM song, and it's very constant. It's what I like to call the soundaholic metal sound, where they make these songs that sound like heavy metal. All very fast, very constant stamina drainers. A lot of them have a lot of bass pedal as well as sliding across the pad, so very technical, difficult, fast charge.
Orca only having 2 misses so far. Grades coming in, rolling out, ending Phil. Beautiful job there. Great stuff at the end. Is that the S? Certainly SDS coming out with a 92.67 and 150 skill. 150.
Quite fast. Got to make sure you're really quick on that. You can just already see Orca's practicing on that cymbal there. Very fast double cymbal hits.
Just taking a look at the note density graph, there was a lot of pedal work here. Orca up to a rough opening, but I have no doubt that they'll make it up for it real quick with great footwork here.
And this song is a jam too. Tomosuke returning to Vimani just for some Hinabita songs. You still love to see it. It's incredible. Wow, this pedal work is difficult. I'm surprised at how tricky that left pedal is. Now we're back to the walking bass, which is a little bit easier. But that cymbal looking like Whiplash out here, having to mash the cymbal over and over. Orca doing a great job of keeping up with it. Looks like we might be on pace for an A rank, potentially, if we keep going at this pace.
Yeah, compared to the last one, right, we've definitely jumped half of difficulty here. So, we've entered the 860 folder. This is where they start, Gitadora starts throwing the book at you if they haven't already, right? The note distribution ain't looking too hot, but that's okay, right? Orca's, putting it together, able to combo through these, maybe a few misses here or there. Looking like, in this phrase at least, Orca has it together. Great stuff navigating these advanced rhythms.
Yeah, and where the 8.5 barrier starts, right after that, you see a lot of these technical charts where it focuses on one specific technique really open up. And this is one of those. Neko Neko, very difficult, very tricky. Got that left pedal and the quick cymbals. And we're coming to the end of the song here, I think. Pretty close to it. Orca trying their best to keep up with it, doing a great job. Only 63 misses so far with the OKs, and oh my gosh, all over the pads here in the chart. But there we go. Neko done.
Yeah, you can see it in Orca's face. There's like, I could have done better there, but you know what? Neko threw the book. It's going to throw the book at the other player. It's just a matter of like, you know, do they get hit in the face harder? But hey, you know, 118 skill, 68, 89%. That's a commendable score on an 860 like that. We were reading a bit slow, now it's speeding up a little bit, just like get the patterns where they need to be.
Right, and we're gonna see who is the master of these tempo changes here. Orca doing a great job so far, but we're gonna see a lot of tempo changes. And if either player knows this song, they're gonna be very much in the lead, knowledge-wise, over the other player, because there are so many tempo changes in here. We've already seen about 3 of them, and we're about to slow down again.
Orca doing an absolutely stellar job navigating this movement intensive fill earlier on. Very bursty stuff that just led into a stream of notes one after the other.
And this back and forth on the toms and the snare in between the hi-hat, very fun to play, but can be tricky to hit the right pad.
For sure. Now we're in a, it seems like a lighter section. Pretty easy to phrase combo here. But still, nevertheless, important to keep your perfect count up. Great job from Orca so far.
Absolutely. Orca doing a great job of keeping up with it. And we've got a slowdown with the tempo back into a jazz rhythm here. And we're going to speed up again, I think, pretty soon. There it is. Back onto the hi-hat. And it's constant this time. We've got a little bit of fills coming in.
Little bit of rolls, little bit of double kicks. Orca doing an excellent job, you know, navigating the next section. Oh, perfect so far. Just only 2 frames. Beautiful job on these rolls. Holy cow. That's a crazy point.
Absolutely. That was so fast as well. Incredible to see that combo. And once again, with the back and forth on the pads, you only have one chance to hit it, and then it's gone.
Right now, Orca on pace to cross 80% here. Getting the S. And there we have it, 81%.
81%, 138 skill. That's very strong for this chart, I think. Let's see what Hoopenflard can do as well. I think we might see a very close match.
Twilight is twinkling the town tonight. Street lamps blink their orange, lighting the smiles of you and me, taking me back to memories, walking the pavement we once shared. Someone's calling my name, nothing stays the same. The black night when you left, I couldn't smile, and just for a while I dreamed of you coming back to dry all my tears. I swallowed my fear of losing you, my friend. I may never see you again, but I'll keep on hoping tears will turn to smiles. Oh, heart to heart, if only
The DDR boss song in Voltex.
マッチングモード起動するわ
Near Dios menu BGM, I do not know off the top of my head now.
Here we go. First song of the match. And Endymion. We do see so it's starting on 7.65. I hope Orca has plans.
Indeed. Also, both of these players turned off the score differential.
Oh boy.
So I guess they're doing this the old-fashioned way. Oh no. Orca wasn't ready for the speed up. Losing a ton of score. The Doxer is now squarely in the lead.
And
speaking of squares,
right
here's some very blocky lasers.
Well, actually score. Whee! 20 scroll speed from Orca there.
Yeah, this chart really makes you, it really forces you to get comfortable reading slow. Because a large majority of the chart has to be read slow so that you don't get destroyed by the speed ups.
Score is about the same so far. Getting into the fast section. Let's see how the slowdown goes here.
The lead is still squarely in the Doxer's favor. Interestingly, this was Orca's pick. But they seem to be having much trouble keeping up.
We'll see how everyone does on the my opinion, the hardest part of this chart right here.
The long jack.
Both players having a really rough time of it.
I feel like Orca hit most of it. And here we go into the ending one hand. And with that, Tatoxri takes the first point on
a
Endymion.
960.
Oh wow, that's impressive.
We love Toho songs. Yeah.
Whoa.
So here we
マッチング
go.
モード起動する
And
わ
the Toxri's pick, so
全
forget
力
him.
で潰
Quick
してあ
match
げ
here,
る
maybe. Look, we didn't talk about the other chart here. If Orca wins this, we play Gigadelic, the Terror remix. A very silly 18, to say the least.
Alright, once again, it's hard to say completely because both players turned off the differential, but it seems like we're neck and neck here to start with Tatoxri having a slight lead.
I do believe Tatoxri is a slight lead, but it is really close. It's a game of mirrors right now.
Yeah. Daichu section.
And
Both
Daichu's
players
17 section, therefore good.
Both players holding Ag very well. And combo. Showing strength and timing.
Oh, Orca dropping.
Tatoxri holding the Wiggly laser.
I do think Orca's getting better act, but with those misses piling up occasionally.
Orca picking up a slight lead. But it's still anybody's game.
Orca picking up a lot of lates.
Still holding the lead though.
We'll see how it turns out.
And Orca wins by 50k.
トラックコンプリート
The 993.
Here we go. Gigadelic. So for those that don't know, lots of jacks and lots of chords.
Of course.
いい選
It's
曲
a
ね
pretty stamina draining chart, even
It
though it's
is.
only 183
いい
BPM.
選曲ね
Lots of jacks.
I think it's a lot of triplets as well, right?
I think so.
I think it's a lot of it's like 1-6 happening. 1-3 maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Also funny one-handed section in the opening.
Some silly one-hand gallops.
It's no Vile Cat at least. That chart's wild.
I feel like the Toxer takes an early lead.
Yeah. Orca having control with the lasers. You get a little taste of the chords that are to come there.
Just a small taste. It'll ramp up a lot more as we go.
I would not want to try to hit these laser patterns.
Orca taking the lead. Still anybody's game here. Spicy lasers. Orca holding very strong.
40k lead.
Especially on
thereabouts.
Nemesis. That's impressive.
Starting getting into some of the chords now.
Here we go into the drop. Orca having a pretty solid lead.
Here we go.
Here we go into the mean chords. That is a rude ending. But
Orca does take the tiebreaker.
And that means
Track
Orca
complete.
is the winner of this round.
We got a treat, to say the least.
All right, so Discontrolled Galaxy. For those who are not aware, many people call this chart a 20.
It's not.
Many people call it that at the very least.
It goes harder.
It is very, very tough.
It's a hard one.
Lots of. It mainly has really, really hard difficulty spikes.
9.15 lane speed. Sheesh.
The hardest parts of this chart go incredibly crazy.
Yeah, we still don't have score differential.
All right, so here to start, Orca pulling ahead by a few, by pretty decent lead.
Yeah, I believe Orca had a 970 on this, while Reverie had a 943. Both players are one-handing these, by the way, for anyone that's curious.
Those jacks are hard to two-hand. I don't blame him at all.
I agree.
I don't know if anyone even does two-hand those.
Orca dropped a laser.
Still holding the lead.
Dropped another laser.
Uh-oh. Reverie pulling ahead through the laser drops. And here we go, the jack section. An insane test of power.
And Reverie has pulled ahead. But dropped a hold.
Oh no. Still holding the lead, but only by a few thousand. It's still anybody's game. Lots of hard parts left.
You have a lot of hard parts, but first we have the 18.
True. Orca pulls ahead from that last pattern. And then Reverie takes it right back. Neck and neck here once again. They tied for a second. Jeez.
But now we get back into the 19s.
Back to the crazy patterns. We got one more Jack Mayhem.
Orca still just barely
Way
ahead.
harder than the first, may I add. Orca starting with the lead. Let's see how this goes. And Orca holds it.
Unless does hold.
It would be funny if they'd lost it on that laser, though. All right, here we go.
Banging first. We do, I guess we do love Camellia in this pool.
Yeah.
3 songs in a row now by Camellia.
True. All with different styles, too.
I mean, they all have a lot of chords.
I mean, musical style, but yeah. All right, here we go. Bang and Burst, picked by Orca.
One of the first 19s, I believe. Roughly.
Yeah. Very, very stamina intensive, lots of jacks.
I find the hardest part of this chart for me to be the random crosshand section that's near the end.
It's got a lot of hard parts.
It does have a lot of hard parts.
And it also drains your stamina very, very much. Still, pulling ahead here at the start is Orca with a pretty significant lead. Into this
Silly
really
one-hand.
tricky one-hand section. Both players hit it pretty well.
Yeah, it's like kind of reminds me of a harder version of Memoria. Or like Chrono Diver.
Orca still with a sizable lead into the court section.
There's some of the weird one-hands.
This chart does have a little bit of like old chart jank in it.
Uh-huh. Gravity Wars in full swing in this chart.
But honestly, I feel like in general, it's still aged pretty well.
That's all right. It's just hard.
It is very difficult, yeah. Orca still with a sizable lead, 50K.
Reverie dropping out one of their lasers there for a moment. Hard part.
Into the chord rolls.
The baby 666.
Into the anchor section. Orca holding a very large lead. But of course, there's one more pattern that could change everything. And here we go.
Here we go. And it does
And
not
Orca
change anything.
holds with a 981. That is impressive. I remember you mentioning you played it before. Yeah, it's very difficult. Very difficult
Being annoyed
for
by
sure.
it. It's annoying. Very hard charting. Lots of fast rolls, I believe.
Both players getting tripped up by that part.
Mytho taking the lead for now, though.
Oh yeah, Mytho with a sizable lead. I feel like with the nature of this song, it's still pretty easy to drop a laser and have that lead switch back. Still though, Mytho holding a sizable lead.
I do believe this one's Mytho's pick.
Yeah, this starter's really mean lasers. Doesn't mess around.
It is getting kind of close, though, I think.
Here we go. As we go into the ending. Mytho
Quite
still
close.
holding quite a lead.
Chord ending. Did see Orca miss on similar lasers earlier in the chart, but final section. And Mythomeme does take the first chart. Do we have enough PCB? We do!
Barely.
138 remaining.
I hope, you know what? Actually, I think the last song is Omega Dimension. the tiebreaker if we go there.
Yikes. It was
No.
overload or something like that? Or no,
It-
that was the previous one.
It was 2 brand new deadlines.
Yeah.
But we will see when we get there. Ends up taking a small lead to start. At the very least, it does seem like this chart is a lot less skill set heavy. I think it was a big factor that made Call of the World such a one-sided battle. I still think this could be anybody's game.
Lots of trills. Mythomeme holding the lead for now. Orca dropping a few lasers. But it is quite close.
Windows still 20K ahead. Very fast 24th rolls. Orca is catching up a little bit. Even, I mean, may I say a lot of it.
That's getting close.
I think it could definitely go either way, but the song is about to end. Oh, we're tied up.
Orca's missing Nemesis lasers.
It's a mean crosshand. And Mytho takes back the lead. And with that, wow.
So close.
And with that, I do believe that Mythomeme climbed up from Pool 8, climbed out of Pool 9, is going to Pool 10, going 3-0 in this pool.
And we're going to get into the first track here.
Sorry.
Love to see Mr. Hour rocking the Superstar Mitsuru nav.
Oh, yeah. And the classic Maxima Oh Sorry voice sticker.
True. For those who are not aware, Tag was actually at the last mistake on the lake.
Really?
So,
I actually did not know that.
yeah. Both players nailing that opening.
We'll see these 24ths here.
Start really tossing you straight into it with just those triplet runs right off the bat.
Honestly, I wouldn't want to be these players starting off with these crazy 19s this early in the day. Oh, and the...
Mr. Hour holding combo through those chords.
Yeah, Whiskr losing a bit on those chord runs. Both players
Holding combo
catching-
through that denim.
The gap is still... It's getting bigger,
The gap is
but,
definitely getting
yeah.
wider. Mr. Hour has held combo from the entire beginning, so I believe he's still holding UC.
Oh, and Whiskr just dropping a little bit on that one-handing section. As we get into the highlight here. Those fast stairs. Can Whiskr make it up here? And it looks like Mr. Hour is going to hold that lead all the way to the end.
Yeah.
amazing performance from both players.
Yeah, that
Such
gap.
a high level 19.
That gap definitely did get a lot larger as the song went on.
Yeah.
But I will note that Whiskr did hit the denim at the end, which is probably the hardest pattern in the chart.
I just hope it's not a sight read.
If it is a sight read, I pray for their soul.
A very strategic protect from Mr. Hour. Yeah, especially this late into the pools, you would expect that it's a battle between 19s. But again, there is a 25% chance to draw the 18.
Both players holding perfect through this opening.
Still puck from
No
both
go.
players. Oh,
There we
commentator
go.
curse.
Some tricky one-handing here. Both players doing fine on it.
After this section, we'll really start to get into. Wow, both
Wow.
players managing that crosshand effortlessly. Oh, and
Both
a bit of a
players-
laser drop from Whiskr.
Both players are managing these one-hands surprisingly well. Mr. Hour has a slight lead, but I think it's close enough that the gap could subside.
Yeah, still have a decent chunk of the chart left. But it does get bigger there. I believe there's one more crosshand section after this.
There it is.
And it looks like Mr. Hour is going to take this one.
With a 998.
Oh! A 998.
Holy moly.
I feel like this chart is famous enough to where both players are familiar with it.
I think it'll solely end up relying on the 124th trill at the end. Because there
yeah.
is a trill that has you do on L and C and then A. So it is really easy to drop a lot of score there. And I feel like there's a lot of value just in that one specific section. So we'll see, we'll see.
And this is a protective pick from Mytho over on your left. And Mytho is the player that's been advancing through all these pools that have had 18s as their majority.
And this chart just throws you straight into crossovers. This chart also features a lot of one-handing triple BTs.
A skill that both players should be familiar with at this stage in the game. But definitely can be very tricky if you're not expecting it. A very close game here. Oh, and Mytho dropping a little bit there. And Whiskr is going to take the lead here. As we get into the second half of the song.
And it did the trill?
Oh.
Whiskr nailing
Yeah,
that.
Whiskr nailing that trill. But it's going to be very hard for Mytho to make this up. That's gotta hurt, especially in the tournament setting where this is a protected pick from Mythos. Losing your pick is pretty devastating.
And Whiskr will take that with an
Whiskr
S.
taking
Wow.
the S. I heard Mytho just say, I don't know why I protected that.
That's
but that's, I think, where a lot of the difficulty comes from. Not necessarily from the jacks or the peak itself, but like those chord trills
Oh
and
yeah,
those,
for sure.
yeah, those green chord trills.
I mean, on top of being
Yeah.
234 BPM, this is one of those chord stair charts where you just have to have those fundamentals down, otherwise you suffer for it. Straight into Bang and Burst grab.
One of the big boss songs from Gravity Wars.
And even though they're only one note, these button jacks are very, very draining.
Yeah, they can take a lot out of you.
Both players dropping some blades.
Honestly, if this does make it to game 3, it may depend on the stamina after Bang and Burst.
That's true.
Both players getting an arm pump in through this song.
Mytho hitting the crossover there.
Style points.
And here we'll see the introduction of those chord rolls we were talking about.
Yeah, both players not really having a problem with those chord stairs. Mytho is going to take a bit of a lead here, though. Let's see if Mytho can bring this to a game 3.
And then here we are hitting the climax of the chart.
A drop laser could be the change here.
Mytho nailing those chord stairs down.
And Mytho is just running away with this one. Big trill coming up.
Wow.
Mytho taking the 983. And we are going to go to game 3. Both players winning each other's picks. That's not something you see very often.
That's a little goofy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Hand
there it
trip, one hand,
Yep.
tsunami, peak.
There it is.
Such is the pattern of Toho remixes. I just realized those players are using Sumabuki now.
Yeah. Sumabuki represent.
Excited to see how these players handle the hand trip.
Throwing them straight into double FX one-handing.
Whiskr does drop a hold there. But the thing about these hand trip cards is just one drop laser can swing things the other way.
For sure. Mytho seemingly in a pretty comfortable position right now, though.
Dropping the chain there, but still holding a very sizable lead.
Both players nailing these button crossovers, though.
Yeah, just very familiar with this cantrip. Wow, both players nailing that section.
Both players having no issue with these 3-button one-hands as well.
Let's see if Mitchell can hold it through this last section. Dropping a couple lasers there. The gap does close up a little bit.
The gap closed quite a bit with that laser section. But Mytho is still going to take it with a 988.
Very, very close race, but Mytho does manage to hold on to take it with a 988.
Very close game.
Wow.
This song is actually faster than Bang & Burst as well, and it has chords at the same speed.
Oh
so
yeah, not to mention that last trill.
Yeah, no, that trill is
The
like a more
one-hand
technical
effect
version of the
trill.
Reviver trill.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I do like how they use the angle symbol as an L for the title of this song.
But Tangle Entanglement.
Fatal Entanglement.
Banger of a song, by the way.
Common Cube AW. Both players holding pretty even on this intro.
Yeah, the intro is pretty tame compared to the rest of the song. Whiskr going into this section, holding chain does drop it there. And Numb is going to take a bit of a lead. Quickly switching back over to Whiskr though. Nailing those triplet runs. Wow, both players adapting to the speed change there from triplets to, I believe those are 16s?
Those are 16s, yeah. Then into some crossovers here.
As we get into the highlight section, Whiskr is going to have a decent lead here. Does increase the gap during this peak section. Second drop here.
Let's see if Numb can bring it back for this ending.
Yeah, still anything can happen here with the one
double
hand show
FX kill.
coming. Oh,
Holding
Numb,
combo through that.
Numb does grab nears here, but... And, wow!
Wow.
Whiskr does take it with a 983. Numb did pull
Numb
through
did
on that
pull
last
just a little
trill,
bit back
but
on
it
that
wasn't
one.
enough. Both players struggling to find the song.
They're almost there. They're at
Yeah.
like beginning of Vivid Wave right now. They just passed Hexadiver 1. They're almost there. They got it. There it is. They just passed it. They found it. We're good. And then again, Cosmo charting his own song, as per usual.
Classic. Doesn't have as many tricks as other Cosmo charts,
Yeah.
but it's just the sheer density.
Yeah, it's a very consistent 18.
Yeah.
200 BPM, lots of just like streams going. So
Yep, it's a battle of consistency here.
this will definitely be a fun bees battle for sure.
Let's see if Numb can take this to game 3. I guess more than glory, these players are competing to not get 3-0'd here.
Yeah.
Or 0-3'd, I mean.
Whiskr taking a slight lead on the intro, but it is still anybody's game here.
Wow,
nailing
Num
his mini
nailing
jack.
the jack. The gap does get smaller here. Let's see if Whiskr can take it.
Num dropping just a little bit
Dead
on that throw
even
there.
here. Wow, and Num is just one near down. It's so close. There isn't much of the song left, so we'll see how it turns out.
Their difference is literally down to
dead even
a
now.
tie, a tie. It's literally just a couple of years going back and forth.
Wow.
Probably
Both
one of our
players
closest
nailing
matches
that
so far.
Final run.
And Whiskr will take that. Both players coming out with an S though.
Wow, very, very close game. Yeah, very, very exciting gameplay. And Mr. Hour and Mytho is going to advance to the top 8. So, wow, it's incredible to think Mytho has made it from pool 8
all the way to
up.
pool 11, yeah, wow.
Maybe their qualifier scores were just really not...
To be fair, the qualifiers were just like a little bit technical and
They
also
were,
kind of
they were.
Because you had the World's End thrown in there.
Yeah.
So.
And it's a very personal chart. Same with Hexen Knot as well.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. And we're back. Jumping straight into the top 8 here. Exciting stuff. And joining me, we have Reverie.
What's up, y'all? I'm back on the mic.
Yep, NB1RS is off now, chilling.
He'll be playing in the next pool.
Yep, gonna be playing in the next pool.
I'm really excited about that next pool. I heard y'all saw Mytho meme. That guy is an absolute legend.
Mytho is just sweeping through.
But yeah, getting into it first, Infinite Blaster.
Okay, so not 20s just yet.
Not yet. We gotta wait for more. But with the beginning of this chart, it might as well be a 20.
Yep.
Because, let's see.
Starting off with the very, very fast jack here.
Let's see if they both get it. Beautiful.
Wow. Wow.
Well, they both missed one, but it is still anybody's game at this point.
Honestly, missing one is pretty good.
So a little bit of background. This is originally an Infinite Infection chart, but it did get a chart in Vivid Wave. And due to the jacks in this chart, this has become one of the most notorious power charts for 19. It is, I would say it's fairly up there when it comes to like the more button-heavy 19s.
As we see these chord trills here, very, very fast. 197 BPM.
Well, there we go. Nice laser for both players.
Coming up to the probably hardest section of this track here.
Those streams are nasty.
Wow, both players nailing it. Just not
Here we go.
today, keeping that lead
We go up
here.
to the second jack. Do you think the first one, you think they'll be prepared for this one? One we find out. There we go. Wow. It's still
Both players
anybody's
missing a little bit
game.
more there.
Look how razor thin the margin is. It's one near.
One near.
This is the kind of gameplay you can only see at top 8. And not today slipping away with one error. 2 errors
The
now.
final chords here, very tricky. Not today falling behind by a couple years here.
Oh, I think
And wow, Alex is going to take that lead all the way to the end. Very, very close game here.
you see these scores? Like,
9-8-4 and 9-8-3 on
I think,
NB Blaster.
I mean, if the last song was indicative of anything,
Oh yeah.
we're in for a good time, folks.
Hoping for another close one here.
Yep, absolutely.
And this was a protected pick from Not Today, so let's see if they can take it to a game 3 here.
Game 3, I'm excited for that one. So going up and Not Today seems like the pick is
Wow,
working
just
out well
get
for
it
him.
through those jacks.
That slowdown hits you like a freight truck.
Not Today just showing off why they protected this track.
Beautiful hand trip from Not Today right there.
Holding a massive chain here.
Watch out, you don't want to get that commentator's curse hitting. But no, it doesn't seem like Not Today cares.
The commentator's curse is just
These players are too
immune.
good for
They're
it.
immune.
And just like that, Not Today coming
Big
with a
trill
healthy
here.
lead. And oh my god, those triplets.
Oh
He
my
connected
God.
that.
Holding chain through those stairs is amazing.
Triplet stairs are probably one of the hardest patterns you can learn in this game. And he still managed to connect to all of them.
Both players having no issue with the Sophon there.
Wow. This
Let's
is
see if
amazing.
Not Today can carry this lead all the way to the end.
I think it's looking good for him so far. These last drills.
This
seem
final
to
run
work
is
out.
tricky.
Indeed.
Oh, picking up a few nears there. The gap does close in a little bit.
Will be enough. Will be enough for Alex to make that comeback.
Jax.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, it
and
was
we are
so
going
close.
to. We are going to a game 3.
We're getting a game 3 here.
Again,
Just
what is up with these scores? I don't understand.
9-8-2 versus 9-8-1. Wow.
Now,
That was so close.
you know what the strat is? Make, the more strained your face, the more likely you are to get ball crits.
The Jervera for finalist stank face.
Yeah, stank face. Right away, we're starting off with the intro to Gekko Rambu.
But sped up. It may get these players.
Not Today coming out of that alive with a tiny lead of about 1 near. Or 1 error, rather.
The Red Alice song, I forgot the name.
Masakari Blade.
Yep.
I've actually never played this card, actually. Like, the only time I have ever had any
It's
exposure
in
is
these
in this
medleys,
song.
yeah.
Yep. And now we are going into the Kyokugen section. Or no, yeah, it is Kyokugen.
Yep. Seeing Kokugen again. We'll see the 24th trill again.
Fun fact, the upcoming lasers here, you don't need to hit them.
Yep,
So,
these lasers are...
They are fake.
They're still being... these
Everyone.
players are still...
Can't risk it. Can't risk
Yep.
it, especially in high stakes like this. Here we go to the first major trill. Let's see how it goes for everyone.
Trill.
Oh, that actually might have
And
shifted
the lead
things.
is swing over to Alex here during that 24th trill.
And they're dead even right now. It's anybody's game at this point.
Jervera section here,
this is
but
a
not for
regular Jervera.
finalists. Vanilla Jervera.
Now we're at the Jervera for finalists.
Now we're at finalists.
This is such a hard time to hit, honestly.
Yeah, the hand trip cannot be understated here.
Now, right here, we are coming up to the part that we were talking about, the infamous quad jack. The quad
The
jack.
quad jack.
A whopping 41 buttons per second. How am I that? Let's see how both players pull it off. This could might as well change the game. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we
Here's the
go.
long one.
Oh,
and
Alex
Natsude
taking it
falling behind
beautifully
there.
right there. But Sakazuki, this is where it all comes down to it.
Yep. We see the players adjusting their speed here.
Again, it's slightly faster than the original song too, so hopefully that timing doesn't throw them off.
Those players should be very familiar though, as this was
This
the
was the
qualifier.
qualifier, yeah.
Let's see if Alex can hold this lead. It's a big lead, but
This ending is is deceptively tricky. Like, you need to know what
those
you're doing.
lasers, yeah. And Alex
enough.
is
An
going
S.
to hold an S. Wow.
The laser section.
Oh.
One of the laser sections, it does sample possession.
I actually didn't know that. That's
You're
a
only
fun
going
bit
to
of
hear
trivia.
possession in this chart, so all my 2DX and DDR enjoyers out there, shout out to y'all.
And I'm pretty sure this chart is very famous for those 4-note jacks, but the hand trip is not
The
to
hand
be
trip
laughed
is-
at. The hand trip
Absolutely.
is pretty insane in this one.
There's also a trill where you have to hold like one VT and one FX, so like
Yep.
you're going to have some very awkward positioning right there.
And the LC trills are very tricky as well.
Artie Bomber, I feel like he's kind of angry after that Mr. Hour set, so let's see if that feeds into this set right here.
This is the redemption round.
That
Nailing
beginning
that
jack right
down.
there was insane. I didn't even remember that one. So some good little hand trip at the section right here.
Wow, Natsude just nailing those one-hand sections.
Here we go, possession.
Ah.
Both players. Artie Bomber used that to his advantage and closed the gap significantly between
Yeah,
them.
just down to a couple nears here.
That hand trip is insane. Like, I have a tough time doing this myself, but okay, the few nears that kind of ate at his lead.
Honestly, I feel like it'll just come down to those
Yeah,
4-note
it's
jacks.
It's going to come down to the jack. So, right here.
Gap is getting wider and wider though.
Here we go with the trills that we were talking about earlier. Right there.
Oh, beautiful.
And that's a sign when you know you're going to see those 4-note jack, those quad jacks coming up very soon.
It's a warning sign.
I will say though, it is slightly slower than on Tenkaichi, so it's like
That's true.
marginally easier to time on, but still, it's still going to be extremely difficult to hit.
Here it
Here
comes.
it comes. Natsude's lead,
Oh,
cutting it.
and
It's
Artie
cut.
Bomber takes it.
Artie Bomber takes
the
it
lead.
beautifully. Wow.
Wow.
You were right.
Oh my
it did
God.
come to those quad jacks.
It came all the way
That quad
down
jack
to those.
turned the tide absolutely on that when you're following along with Gumi's
Oh, yeah.
vocals. Since they're like single notes, like you have to be like on point. It's
Yep,
like
and there-
deceptively lower density.
There are the occasional breaks in between them as well.
There
the
are,
8th note
yeah.
breaks. So those are going to be kind of hard to keep the rhythm.
Speed of 199 BPM. Insane.
Yeah, let's see if Artie Bomber can get redemption,
Absolutely.
or if this is going to go to a game 3.
Both players very even pace right now. You see right there, that's the stream I was talking about. Like, those single notes are fast. It's just machine gunning at you right away.
Non-stop.
You know, I always wondered when people make Utaite covers of the song, how much training they have to do to catch up with Gumi's vocals right there. Not today, keeping
Oh,
up
and the
very
high
healthy.
lasers
Oh,
getting Artie Bomber.
Not today's lead, very healthy at the moment. But like we keep saying, it's not over until it's over. So there's plenty of chances for RD Bomber to catch up.
Especially with the highlight section at the very end. But I am going to make a safe assumption that Not Today is very familiar with those alternating jacks. Since it is their protected pit. A couple of drop pulls there from RD Bomber.
RD Bomber.
And Not Today is kind of just running away with it. Let's see if RD Bomber can catch up again. Oh, and a drop laser. It's going to be very hard to recover from this.
This is going to be a tall, very tall mountain to climb. Again, with that stream. With how much you have to juggle, it's amazing how both players are able to connect everything together here.
Alternating jacks here.
Those jacks are killer. You're supposed to play them like trills, but...
Wow, both players just showing mastery of that section.
Not
and
Today
Not
closing
Today
it out
is
with
going
a
to pick up a
991.
991S. Incredible performance. And we have just received word that, the
Black or
final
white
track
gravity.
is going to be Black or White Gravity. And we see Not Today having a 999 UC on this.
That is,
I do believe RD Bomber has a very high score on this as well. So we'll see who can find consistency enough.
The beginning is a killer, I'll say that.
Yeah, the beginning is rough.
That beginning is like a 21 on its own.
And Not Today suffering the effects of not having premium time.
Oh.
Losing a bit on that beginning, but pulling through on those
Pulling
holes.
through, he's doing pretty well.
It's evened out.
Not Today coming out with a 1 near lead.
Let's see if these players can remember
Crosshand.
the crosshand.
The crosshand, that's the hallmark of this.
As we get into this trill here.
Now those alternating BTFX, those are hard.
RD Bomber picking up a couple of earlies. But
Crosshand.
it's still too close to tell.
First crosshand, both players hitting it.
Crosshand.
That's not necessarily crosshand, but there's a lot of hand movement. That might as well be. Not Today coming out with a 16,000 lead.
Yep. RD Bomber just picking up so many earlies here.
Now,
it's going to take a lot to come back, especially with how consistent both of these players are.
This is important for RD Bomber because if he doesn't make it, he has 2 losses, so he cannot advance to the next pool. But I don't want to jinx anything right now.
Crosshand.
Crosshands being so punishing these players.
And it looks like Not Today
is closing it out.
This.
Again, another
With
S.
another 19S.
Like,
I
talked with City the other day. I'm like, are they adjusted for like harder charts how high we go? And apparently they're not. It's a uniform distribution, so RNGesus is blessing us with these picks.
Yeah, I mean, we saw triple cross like 3 or 4 times yesterday.
Oh God.
So sometimes it does feel like there's some weights in the back being pulled.
And the second song is going to be another repeat as well, so both players had that chance to like study the charts in the previous sets we just saw right now.
Let's see if the players did their homework here.
Now Mr. Hour is trailing behind, but not by much. He is still very much in the running for this set.
And again, is a protected pick from Mr. Hour.
So he does have the home field advantage. Showing his familiarity, both players showing their familiarity with this chart and the gimmicks that.
And not to be missing a one-handed
Here's the
section
first jack.
there.
Both players getting both jacks amazingly, and Mr. Hour taking it. I will say, like, the very nature of this chart makes it so easy to like rush it, so you end up with like a bunch of early nears. But it seems like both these top
Cross-handing
players
here,
do not have
coming
this
up.
problem. Done with the
Gotta
cross hand.
switch hands there. Oh, and not
Mr.
to
Hour
they dropped the
slipping it
hold
away.
there. That is such an unfortunate hold drop.
That is, but
This is a pretty big lead for Mr. Hour. Let's see if he can carry it all the way to the end.
there is one last big section that might make the difference. Those lasers there. But looks like Mr. Hour is just going to
Top
run
down.
away with it with a 993.
Wow, a 993. We see a new personal best here.
I think we're going to see a game 3. I think we're going to see a game 3.
Yep, I think we're going to the game 3.
Yep.
Wow, I would love to see that tiebreaker.
Rip, go ship, no, something. Nice. Oh, they made 7-7-7 in the second side. That would have been a really fun set to watch.
Those two are very personal as well, so yeah, that makes sense. I mean, honestly, all the 19s are personal.
Yeah. 19s are its own game.
Yep. We'll see the intro here.
Not today, showing his familiarity with the chart there. Going up with the early 4 near blue beat, I want to say. Either way.
And Mr. Hour falling behind on those holds there.
Yes.
Honestly, some level 20 holds there at the beginning.
And not today, just completely building it up. Building that lead further and further.
And Mr. Hour just catching a bunch of nears on this one-hand section.
Meanwhile, we have not today. I think he's on almost PUC pace, if not. And there we go. While not today gets a few misses, he still has a wide lead of 70,000 points.
It's going to be very hard to recover from Mr. Hour here. Unless there is a drop laser or something.
A drop laser could very well be the difference between making it to top 4 and bowing out at 5th or 6th.
And a bunch of earlies on that vertical trail there. So let's see if not today can hold this lead all the way to the end.
Exactly. So,
Wow,
it really
beautiful
shows the
lasers
difference
there.
of like how familiar Natsude is with this chart. Like we saw, he had the UC on it, so he knew what he was doing when he decided to protect this first.
And
And
wow.
closing it out with a 996.
996. Just an incredible score. You do have to remember these players are playing on Nemesis tabs.
Absolutely. Yeah. I played this chart before. It is a button check and a half. Like, you need to have your buttons down because...
Honestly, it's a sight read for me too.
Really?
So I'll be watching along.
Alright.
So we'll see from the radar here. It's notes and peaks.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it's
but
very like, it's an accuracy check.
accuracy check. And for players this high level, it's honestly consistency check.
Consistency chart.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, both players 20.3 goal force, so
20.3.
very, very even matchup
even.
here.
And yeah, this chart is actually, it became one of my favorite 18s when I played it a while.
And I just can't believe we're down to a sight read on a level 18 to make it to top 4.
This is
That's amazing.
This is Mistake on the Lake, folks. Probably the best American sound of Voltex event at the moment.
Yep.
We're going to see how well, who has the better buttons. Starting off with a nice and gentle stream there with some interlocking hold notes.
Very tight race so far.
Mr. Hour showing that he is indeed the 18 enjoyer he says he is. You cannot take, but not today, very close behind with only a 2 near difference. They want to make some groundwork. They are most definitely in a position to.
Mr. Hour just holding chain like it's not even a sight read.
He's playing like he's PC this chart.
Yep, just increasing the gap more and more.
Can't count out, not today. Not today, still not that much behind actually.
Wow, both players getting through that laser.
See that? It spelled okay on the lasers there. Now we get to those last buttons. Mr. Hour having a healthy lead of around 39,000 points.
I like this chart.
This is a really fun chart. Yeah, I definitely recommend. Anyone who is able to play 18, pick this up. It is so much fun to play.
Wow, Mr. Hour just really clean on those off-beats there.
I love this chart because it trains so much of your fundamentals. It tests your hand grip. It tests your one hand.
Wow,
it tests your
beautiful
buttons.
navigation through that one-hand section.
This is like the premier 18 to better your fundamentals.
And Mr. Hour is going to hold this lead.
And Mr. Hour takes it
Beautiful.
with a 995.
A double S on sight read is just incredible. And Mr. Hour is going to advance to the top 4.
So the winners of this pool are going to be Mr. Hour
and ITG Alex.
ITG Alex.